స్పీకింగ్ మాట్లాడాలంటే ఏం చేయాలి ఇక్కడ మాట్లాడటమేనా ఇక్కడ ఇచ్చాడు
Welcome back. We hope everyone has enjoyed all of the interesting oral and poster presentations this year. Before we get to the business meeting, we would like to first present the ISHS Young Minds Awards, which are awarded to students with outstanding presentations. And can everyone else please mute your microphone for the time being? Thank you. For the ISHS Young Minds Awards, there is one award for Best Poster Presentation and one for Best Oral Presentation.
Okay, so we can announce now. Okay, so this year for the ISHS Young Mind Award for Best Poster Presentation go to Mr. Posathorn Norpan for the poster Micromorphology and Histochemistry on the lip of Orchidantha foetida.
And the ISHS Young Minds Award for Best Oral Presentation goes to Joa Martins for the presentation Chemotyping and In Vitro Conservation of the Strawberry Tree.
Okay, it's not only the student that got the award, but all of the students today and yesterday have interesting talk posters. So let's give one more round of applause for our student presenters.
The last item on our agenda is the business meeting. So without further ado, we will hand things over to Dr. Jorge Canhoto and Dr. Kanchit Tamasiri.
Yeah, thank you. First of all, maybe Dr. Canhoto, you can start for the selecting the next host for the symposium. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
Okay, so just to brief you on what we've just done, we have announced the winners for the ISHS Young Minds Awards, and we're turning things over to you and Dr. Tamasiri for the business meeting.
Okay. Sheet, please.
Dr. Kanchit, can you hear us now?
Oh, yeah, I can hear.
Yeah.
Okay. Dr. Canhoto, maybe you can start with selecting the next host.
Okay. I think according to what Kanchita said to me, I think there are two proposals, one from Russia and one from India. And I think that you can listen the proponents of this proposal. You can start maybe from Russia. I think it was the first to come. So I don't know if there is someone from Russia that could present the proposal.
But now she has another meeting, so she cannot come. But she sent the video presentation. Maybe I can share with you now.
So you can pass the video, please.
Okay, I'm going now. Doing now.
Dear colleagues, today I'd like to introduce to you the host election for organizing 10th International Scientific and Practical Conference on Biotechnology as an Instrument for Plant Biodiversity Conservation, Physiological, Biochemical, Embryological, Genetic and Legal Aspects. The conference planned to be organized in 2023, and the host of this conference, let me introduce this host, All Russian Research Institute of Agricultural Biotechnology. What's the location of this institute? Here you can see the main building of the institute. It's not far from the Red Square, where we have a time to go and to look. It's so close to business centrum, and it's very important that near the institute is one of the oldest Russian agricultural academy, which is educated a lot of students in all areas of agriculture. Something about the institute. The institute now has the first category of scientific organization in Russia. This is one of the highest. It's so active for grant projects. It's near 15 projects and grants have in institute, the largest part from Russian Science Foundation. The institute is a member of the Kurchatov Genomic Center Consortium. 203 people work in the institute. The institute have 18 laboratories, and the average age of employees is 44 years old. What the main research topics of the institute? The genetic engineering, genomic editing, cellular engineering, functional genomics, creation of DNA markers for plant breeding, marker and genomic plant breeding, molecular diagnostic of plant and animal disease, molecular mechanism of plant stress and resistance. And on this slide you can see some publications which is doing the scientists of this institute. This is a +1, plants, molecular, genus, and other. This is a pictures of laboratories, very high-level laboratories. And what is so important for organizing conference, this is the facilities. The institute have multimedia conference hall for 480 people, 3 multimedia auditorium from 30 to 100 people, and meeting rooms near 30 persons. Of course, if you go somewhere, it's very important to have the very comfortable accommodations. 15 minutes walk from the institute, the Park Tower, is so large and so modern hotel where we have possibility to place all our participants. Not far from the institute is the Park Hotel Sheremetьevsky and the Hotel Cosmos. And some words about organizing committee of the Biotech 2023. We planned 3 conveners. The main conveners is Gennady Karlov. He is a professor, doctor of science, academician of Russian Academy of Science, the director of All Russian Research Institute of Agricultural Biotechnology. Irina Mitrofanova, Doctor of Science, corresponding member of the Russian Academy of Science, Head of Plant Development Biology, Biotechnology and Biosafety Department of the Nikita Botanical Gardens National Scientific Center. And the second co-convener, Alexander Solovyov, Professor, Doctor of Science, Deputy Director of All Russian Research Institute of Agricultural Biotechnology, and Head of Laboratory of Marker Assistant and Genomic Plant Selection. Thank you so much for your attention, and I hope that our institute, the Institute of Agricultural Biotechnology, will be the host of this very high-level biotechnology conference.
So I hope the slides are visible.
Yep, good.
Good afternoon, everybody. It is a pleasure to make this presentation on behalf of the Indian Council of Agricultural Research Institute, the National Bureau of Plant Genetic Resources. We are located in the capital of the country in New Delhi. And I would just like to briefly make this presentation to showcase why we would be very keen and happy to make to host the next ISHS conference on the biotech. To briefly tell you about our institute, we are located in the capital city, as I have already said. And the institute is currently headed by its director, Dr. Kuldeep Singh. The vision is to contribute towards sustainable agriculture by optimizing the use of plant genetic resources for adaptation to climate change, stresses, and the changing anthropogenic needs. So basically, our institutes works towards management and promotion of sustainable use of PGR and genome-based resources of various horticulture crops. We are actively involved in coordination and capacity building in this area, including policy issues. And we are also working using molecular technology for profiling crops for DNA fingerprinting and GM detection technology. Our institute is most famous for hosting the National Gene Bank, which comprises 4 components, 3 of which are shown in the slide over here. We have the National Seed Gene Bank, the In Vitro Gene Bank, and Cryo Gene Bank. Together, our institute, along with its 10 regional stations, holds more than 0.46 million accessions of agri-horticultural crops belonging to more than 2,000 species. So basically, the ICR NBBGR works towards managing plant genetic resources through exploration, import, collection, conservation, DNA fingerprinting, database management, characterization and evaluation, as well as plant quarantine. So all activities related to PGR management are carried out by our institute in a very comprehensive and a network mode. All the activities are undertaken with NBPGR as the nodal leading organization in the country. Our institute, due to its quality management system, is also ISO recognized. And I am particularly, my name is Anuradha. I head the Tissue Culture and Preservation Unit, where we take care of the in vitro and cryo gene bank. And I have made my presentation in the afternoon, showing our major activities. Why we would like to host the meeting is, in the past, we have had the honor and pleasure to host several international meetings. And I'm just taking 2 or 3 examples as a showcase. In 2015, we hosted the International Conference on Low Temperature Science and Biotechnological Advances. It was organized by NBPGR New Delhi in collaboration with the National Academy of Agricultural Sciences, which is the premier academy in the country, the Society for Low Temperature Biology of the United Kingdom, and the Royal Botanic Gardens, Kew. And delegates and speakers from 15 countries had participated in this international event on cryobiology, which was held for the first time in Asia. And the conference was extremely successful and well received by the participants. We regularly host the international training course on in vitro conservation and cryopreservation. And this has started since the year 2004. And till date, we have held 8 international such training programs, the last one being in November 2019. And it was again very well received. We had participants from more than 15 countries, and they really immensely enjoyed both the technical sessions and the Indian hospitality. So this is just to show in the past how many training programs we have held like this. And as you can see, we have trained more than 140 trainees now from 40 countries based on our expertise, infrastructure, and human resource. So these are just glimpses of some of the trainees we've had in the past. The last major event that we have hosted in New Delhi by NBPJR is the first International Agrobiodiversity Congress. And I think many of you would be knowing that this event has become a ruling event, and the second IAC is now being hosted by Biodiversity International in Rome during this November. So we had initiated this event under the banner of the Indian Society of Plant Genetic Resources, which is hosted in NBPJR in collaboration with Biodiversity International, New Delhi and Rome offices. And we had partnered and co-organizers from a very large number of institutes, as is reflected over here. Both national as well as international institutes had joined us to organize this event. And to just tell you about the availability of venue. So we have several venues in the capital city, and within the purview of the Indian Council of Agricultural Research, we have the wonderful National Academy of Sciences complex in Delhi, where there are wonderful conference facilities, dining halls, exhibition halls, which is used for all the international events in the country. In addition to that, we have other central government controlled facilities for conferences and symposia. And for instance, this is the Vigyan Bhavan, where we had hosted the first IAC along with the NASC facilities. Just to tell you how important the IAC event was, it was inaugurated by our Honorable Prime Minister, and it was attended by a large number of participants. In fact, we had invited many of the World Food Laureates during this inaugural function. And the format of the IAC included plenary lectures, lead lectures, oral presentation, contributory posters, and evening lectures. So this is just to give you a glimpse of the various delegates, more than 1,000 delegates from 60 countries, 41 gene banks, more than 100 students, and we had also invited farmers and community representatives. So a very large and heterogeneous gathering was hosted by us. And as I already told you, the format of the presentation, this is just to give you an overview of how many lectures and sessions that were held during that Congress. So we had, other than the regular scientific sessions, we had public forum, we had several satellite sessions, we had a farmers forum, and a roundtable on gene bank management. We also could host an exhibition on agrobiodiversity, where it was again very well represented by different organizations of the country and outside, where they could come with live samples, and it was much well received. And of course, India is famous for its culture and cuisine. So we also offer extensive exposure to the Indian culture and cuisine if we get the privilege of hosting this event. One of my colleagues, Dr. Sandhya Gupta, is an active member of the ISHS and also a voting member today, I understand. She was also a co-convener in one of the ISHS events held in Turkey in 2018. So already our capability for organization is well recognized. So to briefly say that we will be very happy to host the event. We have given adequate infrastructure. We have a good international airport. India is a delightful country to visit. And NBPGR New Delhi would be very happy to host the next biotech conference, which right now we are envisaging in February 2023. We are very optimistically hopeful that the COVID situation would have significantly improve by then, and we would actually be able to hold a physical event rather than the virtual one which happened this time. Thank you very much. I will be very happy to answer any questions and queries.
Thank you for the presentation. That was very thorough. Do we have any questions from the audience?
Okay.
Alisa, may I say something? Just to give some information. The next Congress will be the 10th of this series. The 9th was organized in Bangkok. It's going on now. It's about to finish. And the last one, it was organized in Yalta, in Russia, in 2018. Previous Congress were not organized under the organization of ISHS, only the last two ones in Russia and in this one in Bangkok. So we have now to decide the place for the next one, that will be the 10th, and we have to choose between India and Russia. Just to ask Anura. Anura, are you listening me?
Yes.
The Congress, the ISHS needs to sign an agreement with the next organizer, and a publication of ATA must be followed the Congress. Are you aware of this?
Yes, I am.
Okay. So I think we can vote. Only I don't know if someone has any question. I don't think so. So only members of the society can vote. Of course, I don't know which one of you are members of the society, so I will trust you. And I suggest that you raise your hands, and I will ask first for India. Who votes for India? Please raise your hand.
May I suggest that you can click on in WebEx at the bottom of your screen. You can click on the reactions button, and there is an option to raise your hand. So I see that many of our attendees have not turned on their cameras, so perhaps we can just do a virtual hand raise.
Alice, can you count the hands, please?
Sure, I would
So
love to.
this is the vote for India.
How many? Có thêm cái lúc mười cái này. Nhiều hả? Yeah. Yeah.
You finished, Alice?
Mình phân lắp nữa. Phân lắp nữa. Hello. Mình sẽ show.
Okay, I have finished counting.
Okay.
Có chỗ này.
Now people votes for Russia, please raise your hand.
Có chỗ này.
So first of all, everyone who had raised their hand for India, you're going to have to click on the reaction button and click on lower your hand first. So everyone who voted for India, can you please lower your hand?
Now is the vote to Russia.
Good.
Okay, I have finished counting the votes for Russia.
So, Alice, please tell us.
I counted six hands for six hands for India and 4 hands for Russia.
But you said 16 or 6?
6 for India and
And 4?
4 for Russia.
So India will be the next organizer of this Congress. Congratulations, Anila. I don't know. I hope to see you in New Delhi in 2 years.
We invite everybody very warmly. I will get in touch with Professor Kanchit for the formalities of the paperwork.
Thank you.
Then we take it forward. Thank you all for supporting us.
I'd like to thank also to our colleagues from Russia to their proposal. Maybe in the next time they can organize the next one, the 11th. So from the society, I have no other business to discuss. I don't know, Kenshit, if you want to discuss another business.
Yeah, I think I don't have anything, but things seem to be going well, everything, even though we cannot be on site. Yeah.
In that case, to close this conference, we would like to invite Dr. Kenhoto to say a few words. Dr. Kenhoto, can you hear me?
Sorry, Alice, I didn't hear you.
If there are no other items on the agenda to discuss, we would like to invite you to say a few closing words for this conference.
Okay, thank you very much. So we are about to finish this conference. Unfortunately, many of us could not attend the meeting physical in Bangkok. I was very enthusiastic to go to Bangkok, but it was not possible. Anyway, I think it was a very good meeting with very nice presentations. And I'd like to greet again Professor Kenshit Tamasiri and his team for all the work they did in this meeting. And I think we should congratulate them and give them an online applause. So I will I will give my applause to Kenshit and this team. Thank you very much for your nice work, and I wish you all the best for the future, for your work and the work of your collaborators. And I hope you can meet in Bangkok one day in another meeting. Thank you very much for all your efforts.
Okay. Finally, the Biotech 2021 convening.
No, I did not finish yet.
Material
you're going to.
as well.
So I want Dr. Anchila to say a few things before I'm closing it. Yeah, Dr. Anchila, head of Department of Plant Science. Yeah.
Okay, thank you, Ajahn. I hope that all of you will enjoy this 2-day conference. And biodiversity conservation is a common issue that draws us together and learn from each other. As you can see that we have so many topics from our speakers, including the new technology based on biotechnologies. And we have a Q&A session that we can the idea and discussion. And also, I would like to congratulate to the 2 students who win the best presentation and poster session. And in fact, all of them do a great thing already. And I have to say that this conference will not be happen without a big power from Associate Professor Kanchit Thammasiri and his team, who have done much work with, to organize during a difficult time. So thank you again, and all the sponsor and also I too. And finally, I wish all of you stay healthy and happy, and see you in the next conference in India. Thank you very much. สวัสดีค่ะ
So at last at last we can make this conference possible, even though many problems of the COVID-19. And I would like to thank International Advisory Committee, National Advisory Committee, Scientific Committee, Organizing Committee, Maidon University Faculty of Science for the facility and IT work, and Department of Plant Science to help everything for the process of making it go smoothly. And for the one keynote speaker, 6 invited speakers, 26 oral presentation, 37 poster presentation, and 4 MCs who working very hard for two days, who are the staff of our department, Dr. Alisa Stewart, Dr. Sarod Luchi Sansakun, and 2 PhD students, Yanisa Olaranon and Natapong Chitchak. So at the end, please stay healthy and see you again. Thank you very much. Yeah.
Perhaps we should invite everyone to turn on their camera really quick for one last group photo.
Very good. Good idea. Who gonna be the piece? Who gonna be capture? Who gonna capture?
มีคนถ่ายให้มั้ยไปถ่ายที่หลัง
Okay.
Yeah, no?
จบเอง
Okay, I think we probably
Yeah.
have the photos. Thank you, everyone. And hopefully we'll all meet again in India in February 2023. Goodbye, everyone.
จบก็เคลียร์ยังที่ก็ปิดยัง
Anuradha,
Hi.
please send me
Yes,
your
I'm just sending you the
Okay.
presentation.
your data and presentation. Okay, thank you.
We will start the formalities as soon as we get a formal note
Okay.
from ISHS.
Okay, Kenshit, bye.
Okay. Yeah.
It was
Thank
really
you.
nice.
Thank you very much. Yeah.
Bye.
Bye. Bye. Bye. Bye, Anuradha. See you again to the next 2 years.
Yes, and
Bye.
physically, not online.
Yeah, yeah. But Panis also, thank you very much. I don't know you still there or not.
Probably left.
Yeah.
So congratulations, it was a wonderful symposium.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank
You
you.
could manage it very well. Congratulations.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah.
I congratulate Professor Thammasiri Garu to successfully grand event. I congratulate the convener,
Yeah. Thank you.
Professor Thammasiri Garu. My heartfelt congratulations, sir. To wonderful, successful international conference. Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Thank you, Chai.
Thank you, Dr. Thammasiri. You have
Yeah.
done a lot of work, for this work, for this symposium. So
Uh-huh.
really, very good job you have done. I
Thank you.
congratulate you for the successful completion of this project symposium.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. Dr. Devi Sukma, you going to do soon, right? Next week or?
Congratulations.
Yeah,
Dr.
thank
Hamzir.
you.
It's
Yeah.
very great symposium, I think.
Uh,
We're waiting for you for our symposium on July 27.
yeah.
Congratulations, Dr. Thamasiri.
Yeah,
Um,
thanks.
you're welcome to India 2023.
Yeah, I hope
This will
so.
be missed. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank
Thanks, Sanya, Dr. Sanya and Anuradha. Yeah.
you very much.
Yeah,
Bye-bye.
thank you. Thank you. Bye.
Bye-bye, everyone.
Yeah, bye.
Bye.
Mention